once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott on this Sunday afternoon. Chats with Jack. I'm just filled with ideas that I hope to share with somebody. So for those of you who are already here with me starting soon, and for those who find the notifications or follow the notification at some point, and you click play and you join me, God bless, man. Thank you. I feel such peace today, such deep peace and gratitude, because I feel like I've solved a few mysteries for myself. But today's not so much about me. Today, I think, is going to be about we, right? Blessings to all of you. I'm going to drop the link soon, maybe sooner than I should, but I'm feeling this, man. Love is all you need, and I feel so abundant with love again today, and it just defies logic for me. The limits of my logic, man, they have been pressed over and over and over, but love will do that. And then once you realize that, then you know love is all you need, and you understand what that means. Feels good to be with love, not in love, with love, aligned with. Golly geez, I've got so many ideas. Where do I start, man? In the background today is a reminder, even though I might be a little bit slow and dull at times, I get who I am. I know how I sound, I think. But in the background today is the spirit of joy. So let's rejoice and give thanks to the Lord of love, the Lord of life, the Lord of that which reveals the answers. Having some fun today. Inspired by viewers, right? Jack Talcott is the 10th wonder of the world, some might say. Some might say that. And now that I've shared the idea, there might be a couple more that might say that at some point. And if it's meant to be, man, love will find a way. I am feeling pretty playful today. Feeling a playful spirit is what I mean. But I do have some ideas prepared already, some thoughts to consider, and we'll jump right into that, and then I'll drop the link. And please, yeah, I do ask. I don't ask for much, and I don't ask for very often, but hit the like, especially if you're tuning in later, right? Because it does seem it's fascinating. I don't really understand how to read the numbers and stuff, but I do know if there's any way possible for end wars, I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of the team of success. So, some of the ideas of today: discovering who you are today, letting the past be with the past so that you can discover who you become today. That's the goal of self-mastery. Or that's maybe the result. I don't know. But really it all boils together. I've been saying this I've been putting this in my posts and my descriptions each day for a little while. Praise God. Justice and righteousness are the natural order for life. And with the natural order, you learn a greater self-identity. So today we're just going to jump through some ideas of embracing the natural order of life. The ideas of justice and righteousness, they truly are the foundation for harmony. They reflect the natural order that sustains life. If there wasn't a natural order of justice and righteousness, then things would not be just right enough to continue. These words we've been given, they're perfect instruments. Praise God. So living by the principles of just and righteous, not being controlling and domineering, that's not righteous. We've got a lot of people in public positions, government positions, a lot of people in private positions that think controlling others is right. No. There's better ways of living with freedom for all involved. Nobody controls anyone in reality, right? Because in the end, once you get to the biggest picture, it's really just God doing it all. So let's align ourselves each day intentionally, each moment, each experience, each interchange, right? Let's align ourselves with that which is just, right, and fair. Those are only found with those willing to be honest. And those willing to be honest, well, they've got to develop a mind that pays attention to what is heard, what is seen, so that the facts are clearly understood. It's as simple as that. God has designed us perfectly. Justice and righteousness are the natural order for life. So if you're carrying around guilt and blame, injured and being a victim, or if you are being cruel, insensitive, right? Denying someone else's pain. If you're being like either of that, then you're probably out of line. Because justice and righteousness, they are the foundation of harmony. And harmony, man, harmony feels good, baby. When we can allow the past to be the past, when we've come correct with ourselves, we've admitted our wrongs, we've confessed our guilt, we've made right with those who we can. In the recovery program, the 12 steps, they talk that making amends, right? You find your damage, you see your part in the damage, and you bring forth what you can do to repair the damage. It's really that simple. It takes courage, it takes willingness, it takes the idea, but the rewards of overcoming your own guilt, your own shame, baby, that's a good way to be. So recognizing that each of us, you, me, even the people we've parted ways with, the past shapes us, but it does not define us. Our own healing begins when we release old burdens. And so if you can't figure out where your burden is or how to put your burden down, that's where you go to God directly. And you admit your ignorance. I don't know how. I don't know how to feel better. I don't know what to do, but you probably do. You've just been ignorant of you. Because we live in a world that profits from individual ignorance, not education. It's obvious and simple if you're honest and you look. And you have time and opportunity. And praise God, should God allow it, that's really what it comes down to. Let me not confuse things. Letting the past be the past. Truly, it is true. The past shapes us, but it does not define us. It does not limit us. It begins us if you allow it. Healing begins when we release the old burdens, and freedom comes through forgiveness and acceptance. The only way you can heal your emotional wounds and find forgiveness and acceptance is if you want those things. If you want to continue the story of pain and cry on every shoulder, go ahead. It's up to you. Or if you want to keep the anger inside because it keeps you comfortable and warm at night, because since no one else will, because you pushed everyone away. If you want to be like that, I've been like that too. I get it. It's not really the point. There's an escape. The escape is discovering who you are. Only you can discover who you are. It's a gift God has hidden for you since the day you were born. And it's a lifelong process discovering who you are. But if all you're doing is repeating the past over and over, living the same life year after year, you've forgotten who you are. To discover who you are, you got to self-reflect. Reflect on the self, not your opinions of yourself, not your opinions of others. Reflect on you. How does it feel to be you? Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it's sad, right? But life is what it is. If you don't know who you are, you get lost in others. And it's fine to get lost in others, but you can't forget who you are. You got to embrace your growth. You got to embrace your authenticity. And if you don't stop and pause and reflect on you and what you're doing, you're not going to see your growth. You'll lose sight of who is the authentic me. So many people get caught up in these identities. I'm a mom. I'm a PTA board, whatever, and blah, 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 blah. All these titles. They don't know who they are. They just know their title and what they think their title should do. I played those games. It's not fun. I encourage everyone, you hear my words now or later, embrace growth and authenticity, your own. Your true self emerges when the past limitations are released, and only you, your karma is yours, but every bit of your life is between you and God, just like me and mine. Every bit of my life is between me and God. I didn't realize how important God was for a long time. It's kind of funny, not funny, but it's true. So I hope these ideas really, it's as simple as discovering who you are today. It's letting the past be in the past and a commitment for yourself to grow, because who you are is that which grows you. What are you growing in? These are thoughts I didn't think to ask myself back when things were different in my life. My life has been a crazy adventure, man. And you know what? Today's Sunday. I'm feeling kind of God preachy, right? I got some other notes here on God, but for those who want to join the conversations with me, feel free. I am just kind of hanging out a little bit, allowing myself to breathe a little bit more, and I'm happy to entertain questions, particularly if they're questions related to things I've said, helping to clarify, right, any confusion. Where did you get the idea that individuality is dispensable? I'm not sure what you mean by, I don't know that individuality is dispensable. I don't know that I've ever even hinted at that, to be honest. And so, I'm actually about celebrating individuality. What I think our society has done a poor job is capturing the individual talents. We're trying to get everybody to fit and to conform. So that's not me. Individuality is to be celebrated. The world we live in has people as dispendable, right? I think you've been one of the regular critics of me. I can't remember your whatever. I know I've seen your name quite a bit, and I appreciate your being present. Do yourself a favor, leave this channel and go watch Truth in MMLA. Go ahead, Margot. Feel free. We'll just time you out today. You can go away too. I really don't care. This is what's so funny. And please share your attention where your heart desires. But what I encourage you to do is pay attention. Ask yourself, why do I want to do that? What is my gain? What is my value, right? What's being achieved? Every moment of every day, every one of us, we've got the same number of seconds, same number of minutes every single day. I don't really, it may appear like I waste a lot of time, but I know I do not. I know that I am doing exactly what I need to do to move forward to the many different goals that I have. So, excuse me. Hey, I kind of thought so, D-head. You're not solely a critic, and that's what I thought I remembered. Trying to remain objective. I appreciate it, but I'm not sure what you were talking about, to be honest. Maybe I did kind of clarify it. I see. See, sometimes I'm a bit slow too. Sometimes. Oh, see, all right. I'll tell you what, and if she's still around, I'll just shorten the time up. Fentanyl use? No, I have not. I have not. One of the notes I wrote, couple in the notes I wrote today, right? Well, the topic: discover who you are today by allowing the past to be in the past. When you allow yourself, you give yourself permission to start anew, restart each day. You may have commitments to a job, to a schedule, to whatever. You may have those commitments, but look at each day as a new start, because it is. It's the start and the new beginning of your future, if you allow it to be. And I have. And I encourage you to walk this way. This is what Jesus was demonstrating to us. It's the only way to be. And he's not the only one. There are so many master teachers from the past times of humankind in many different cultures. They're all saying the same things. It's time for mankind. This is what I believe is happening. God is revealing it. I'm just trying to explain what I see and what I feel and what I think I know. God's doing all of this for sure. But it appears to me that the message to mankind is wake up to what you are doing. And if you think you know what you are doing, then ask yourself, what am I not doing while I'm doing what I'm doing? What many of us have been doing, many still are doing, is going along to get along. 9 to 5 job, 8 to 5 job, weekends off, a little bit of comfort in suburbia. That was my old life. And at the same time, there's starving children, mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, all around this world. This world is unjust and unfair. What are we going to do about it? I believe it could be challenging no, I don't believe it would be challenging at all. I believe, should I be given 30 minutes with Donald Trump, he could understand what I'm saying very easily. It wouldn't even have to be me. It would just be the messages properly relayed. It's time for the world to know peace. He's in the perfect position today to help make that happen. I'm a man who likes to see things happen. I like to see things get started. That was one of my notes. The getting started inertia. Think about that concept. Make a note. The getting started inertia. You're feeling dark and down and overwhelmed and you don't know what to do. Get started. That's the only thing you can do. You can lay around, be depressed, and talk yourself out of everything you want. You can keep complaining about the world you know. It's up to you. Okay? But if you want a better world and a better life for yourself, I don't care if you start small, but start moving. Get started. As soon as you get started, you show the universe, yep, I'm willing to take a step. And even though you might not see the next step or see clearly of where you want to see yourself in the future, you take a step towards growth and development. You invest in your knowledge, in your experience. You grow you into a greater version of you. You don't worry about the paycheck as much as you worry about who are you becoming? What type of man, what type of woman is the future you? If you don't give it any thought, you're just going to end up with what you get. But for those who are willing, baby, the life of your dreams, greater than you've imagined, is waiting for you. Mine has already begun long ago. The external results just hasn't happened yet. You're here with me. This is the, this is kind of the after of the before, and it's the before of the after. It's like this glorious just continuation of evidence and time and life, and God is glorious, and that is what I've learned. The God who created life. I say this because I know that life is glorious. Okay, my life, your life, every life out there is a glorious creation. We only know parts of the life here on Mother Earth. We got to stop killing each other. We got to stop killing our our neighbors, the animals, consuming each other's flesh. Praise God. God is so glorious. God is so merciful. God is so misunderstood. At least that was my experience. And I've met a lot of people who think they know God, but I tell you what, not like I do. Feels good to be. And I want you to feel good being like I learned how to feel good being. I mean, my life isn't glorious. It's not really that simple, yet it is. It is. Everything is glorious and simple if you allow it to be glorious and simple. It's all on perspective. You control you. The story you tell you is the one you're going to live with. Okay? The story you tell yourself, that's what you're going to start believing, and that's what you're going to become, and that is going to create your future. You've got to start believing. Those of who have low self-worth, it's up to you. It's time. It's time for you to start believing in you. God does. That's what I've figured out for myself. I wanted to give up so many times, man. So much. So much was lost. Taken. They didn't like my career and my family and my life savings and then my home and all that. Whatever, dude. It's just fucking memories. That's all it is. Feels good to be alive. Because if you allow yourself to be alive with God, you can feel it. You'll start, I assume this, I mean, it makes sense too. It's my version of what I think should work for everyone. Come to Jesus moment. Come to love. Present yourself to love as you are. And if you don't know love, it's time to figure it out. Stop pretending that you do. You either do know something or you don't know something. And if you can't adequately explain it in more than just one script, then you probably don't know it. someone wiser than me, many wiser than me. That's who I've learned from. That's how you find wisdom, is you learn from those smarter than you. Holy cows, it's not that hard to know how to be smart. Why do we live with such foolishness? I've been asking myself all sorts of questions, all through my life. And until I brought God into the equation, none of it made sense to me. That's why I was trying to drink myself to death. I wanted to escape this hell realm, man. It didn't make any sense. And I also didn't have a spiritual sense. I didn't have a spiritual awareness in my mind. All I thought, I didn't really think. I was trapped in my identity. So this is why I'm confident. God is doing something with you and me, and the results are glorious already, because we don't know what we don't know. All we know is the little bit that we found, right? We don't know what we were protected from. We don't know what we overlooked. We don't know what we don't know. And you can only know anything you pay attention to, but who is paying attention to you? Who's paying attention to what you're paying attention to? Because that which receives your attention receives you. It's your sacrifice into the world is your time. And it's not your time, it's God's time. All time is God's time. It's always time for God. Consider that. You know what? That's a solution to this Sabbath debate I've had in my head in the past. What's the bright day for the Sabbath? What does that mean, Jack? Well, truly, all day, all time is God's. Give all time to God. Just be with God all the time, and then, the eternal life, it starts right now. You stop worrying about time. You just pay attention. You delight in the fact that you live, and you trust. God is moving me just right. From right here is where I am. And the I am that moves me, that breathes me, allows me to vocalize I am, that energy and force. Ooh, baby, that's one to get to know. That inner spirit of the giver of breath, the one that reveals the answers to you in your mind and in your ears or wherever, right? That's from God. Here's something I recognized earlier today. For those of you who are tuning in, God bless you. This could be part answer to some of my viewers, because it seems I get a lot of views after I'm done. And it could be because I talk slow. And I do suggest people, pay attention how you spend your time. And when I listen to myself at normal speed, holy cows, man, I cannot. It drives me nuts. It's too slow, Jack. You got to speed it up. And so I've been trying to, when I'm online, I consciously try to speak a little bit more rapidly, because I know that that's what other people do. But this is my theory. I'm a man of many theories. Many of them have proven true. The idea would make perfect sense if God, during the time in isolation, my speech pattern had slowed. But I've always been a real low energy, kind of chill, slow type of guy. And here's what I realized, that for you, okay? Only those who are patient will be able to understand me, because it takes me so long from when I start a point to when I get to the point. The ego mind gets distracted and bored, so they never put the pieces together of what I'm saying. But if you have the patience of a saint, you get me, man. Or if you're smarter than most others and you just wait and then speed me up so you can cut through it like I do, either way, you're in the right place at the right time. I'm a man who was desperate enough, on my knees, not knowing what to do, wanting to give up so many times. I know the comfort of darkness and the energies of anger. um, hey, we've got a guest. I'm welcome to entertain guests today, as long as they are respectful and try to be somewhat relevant. Let's see how it goes today. Welcome back, JG. Are you there? Are you there, JG? I hear audio, so I'm gonna assume you're just playing games. I don't need any games, and I really don't need any help. I mean, if I run out of things to say, I am perfectly comfortable with shutting down. But I am about trying to share value. And for me, this is, it is part of my life. It's part of my documents, right? I keep track of my growth and things like that, and the new ideas. And there's a lot of value in the lessons I've learned. This live without fear, it is no joke. Take it seriously. Live it as though it is you, right? Fearless love is the intent. Love fearlessly. Love without care. Love without worry. So what if you love something? I heard it offered recently that, and actually I didn't talk about it. The idea of how desires, they truly do lead us for our desires lead us for what is meant for us. So if you deny yourself the fulfillment of your desires, you want something, you know it's available, but you say no, and just excuses pile up, you're going to start resenting yourself. And the desires within us, good or bad, they're there for reasons. They're for us to choose. Is this wise? Is this good? Is this not good? Is this love? Is this true? Right? All of these temptations and choices come into our life. But the desires we find, that's how we figure out who we are. You try something, but you got to be honest. Is this me or not me? Many people do things and identify with things just because they're looking for a place to fit in. And it's kind of sad. I used to try and fit in, and I've realized I don't fit in. Fuck it. It took me a long time, but I finally figured out how to get comfortable with me. And once I did, I realized I'm actually a pretty lovable dude. I'm funny, which tells me God is funny. God's got to be divinely hilarious, man. I could only imagine. Because I meet a lot of funny people, and I know I'm funny because I make myself laugh a lot. Hey, blessings. Yes, you do listen. I am fun, and life is created for us to have fun. If you become honest and pure, you do your best to be perfectly honest. You grow in your compassion. You share forgiveness. You be the one who says, "Hey, no, let's bring mercy. Let's stop beating them up. Let's stop beating each other up. Let's encourage them to do better." You reminded me of that the other day. That was a wonderful encouragement, especially if we can do that in this online panelverse nonsense, non-tent content. It's like, holy cows, there's some creative people. They make content out of nothing and then nothing into content. And it's like, wow. Praise God. I am one of them. Everything I experience, I realized I am a reflection of. My mind are these other characters online. They're frustrating but lovable. Why did I bring them up? What was the reference of those who love to talk about me and make spending time with me not fun? OTW, Paul, Landry. It's just been fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Why did I bring that up? I don't know. I tell you what, folks are welcome to folks are welcome to click the link if you'd like. My notes today, I'm trying to remember what I have covered and what I have not covered. Really, the gist of what I say every day comes down to love. Love one another. Love your enemy. Take the stuff that Jesus said seriously. It's the natural order of life. It makes perfect logical sense. The Bible may not make sense, but it does. Okay? It's a perfect story. The story is so perfect, our doubts prevent us from accepting the perfection of the story. For me, I'm stubborn. I spent a long time listening to a lot of lectures and a lot of scholars pointing out a lot of perfection, man. And just give it up to the guy, real or not real. The story of Jesus and the wisdom that was shared had, if mankind accepted that love like I did, is what he said. And he said that to those who were closest to him. And those words were for all of us. That's what I had heard in a church, is that the words of Jesus were for all of us. And if you allow him to be true for you, right, allowing his eternal nature to be your ruler, your standard for you, by God's grace, it may become that. Should you be willing to sacrifice your bitterness and your anger and your patterns of judgment and insecurities, and then all your doubts and your fears and your worries. But until you want to get rid of those, nothing God can do. That's the way it was with me. I was stubborn, man, clinging on to all sorts of insecurities that I honestly didn't know I had, but God showed me. God showed me who's in charge of me, and it sure ain't Jack. Now, Jack's responsible for everything Jack says and does. God has shown me that. I am to be accountable, as are you. How else can you be true? How else can you be honest unless you accept, maybe even invite accountability onto yourself? Isn't that the image of Jesus? Inviting the accountability of others. Yeah, they're not at fault. It's me. I'll take it. Bring it on. I got it. I'm strong. They're not. What are you going to do? Pick on someone not strong? Come on now. Let's talk. I spent a long time in my life patterns of meeting bullies. I'm telling you, this is why I met Mr. Paul Unslaved. I respect him so much, but him and many of the other characters I've met here in the online panelverse, this little tiny corner of billions of human beings, we are such a tiny little group. It's a shame that we can't find ways to get along a little better, because if we could find a way to get along a little better. Oh, for those who are here for the drama, which I'm talking about, I guess, the panelverse drama, for those who are into that, I don't know what Landry's doing or going to do, but he and I had an offline recorded conversation today. I tried communicating with that young man again, but if that's to me, son of a Stapleton, why did you leave Paul? If that's to me, don't you know? Paul's impossible to work with. He thinks I am, but I'm really not. People just haven't actually given me a fair chance. They haven't accepted me seriously. So I didn't leave anybody. As soon as he's willing to change his attitude or behavior, I'd love to have conversations with him again. There's no doubt that he and I cross paths for you. Dude, this is absolutely untrue. You're like a Paul washer, I guess. A Paul washer. Yeah, son of a Stapleton. What are you doing, dude? Paul has never been there for me. He's been there for himself. It's like, how in the hell can you think that? Despite what he said previously, I'm pretty sure he still got me blocked on Messenger. The last time I looked, which wasn't that long ago. He's never spoken to me offline. He doesn't communicate with me in healthy ways very often online. So no, son of a Stapleton, I'm sorry, my friend. I would consider working with Landry again, but then again, after today, maybe not, to be honest. Because I tried, the future will be what the future will be. But I really, at this point, he said he quit. Great. I don't care. He doesn't need to be a part of my success. And if he can't appreciate, here, what he did help me understand a couple of things. And I forgot to kind of bring it to his attention anyway, but if he hears, he hears, and I'll tell him if it's appropriate. But I believe a condition for working with me, if you say you're going to work with me, then you need to know what I know. And what I'm referring to is what I know about God, what I understand about consciousness, what I know about live without fear, what I know about living with love. I can't work with anyone who can't work with me as I am. And I've met a lot of people who want to try and control me. Hey, you're on the edge of leaving the chat, son of a Stapleton, because unless you have any facts, specifics, your question is out of line. Everyone needs friends, man. Everyone needs friends. That's how we learn. We learn through other humans. And we've created this society where it's all cliquish and everything's clickbaitish, right? And people buy the bait, they fall right into it. They convince themselves they know shit just because they heard a bunch of opinions. But I tell you what, just because a lie is repeated enough, so much that is believed to be the truth, it's still a lie. No matter how many people believe in a lie is a lie. It's time to step away from the lies. It's time to stop watching for the lies and focus on the truth. If you're not focusing on the truth, you're just going to find more liars. You'll look for liars. You'll become a liar. You'll fill and surround yourself with lies. This is the world we live in. That's where Donald Trump is at. He's surrounded by a bunch of yes men who do what they do so that they could selfishly gain for themselves and other connections. He's surrounded by yes men who don't. The society is corrupted, brothers and sisters. There is in my mind, since I don't claim to know what God wants me to do. I don't have any foretelling. I know that it's time for wars to end here on earth. I'm not the only one who knows what I know. I'm the one who knows what I know regarding consciousness and the true message of Jesus. I'm the one who knows what I know, but I've chosen to try and take these ideas to the men and women in the U.S. government. It's time to raise the standards. If we want the standards raised, it's up to us within to raise the standards within. I am within America. Geographically, I'm in Baltimore, not far from Washington, D.C. It would be a very simple logistics to fix. And I think somehow, some way, there is a way to get a man like me some time and attention with others. That's what God is looking for us to do, is to help each other realize God is there for you. It's up to you to know it. It's up to you to trust it. It's up to you to seek it, to find it, to accept it. And once you realize that God is there for you, who knows? Maybe you'll have ideas that'll be world-changing as well. And if you have world-changing ideas, or you're on a path that supports others, call me. That's who I love supporting. I love supporting those. What's wrong one, man? Rearranged things. I'm easily reached, right? The bios, the social media, easily reached. Daisy May, Google gives me phone numbers too. I appreciate you. Yep. I can find what you find. Thanks. For those who are in a path, here's what's really going to drastically change the world. It's what my hope and dream is to do. I want to serve those who are serving others. Like it or not, Donald Trump and the men and women of Congress are serving the Americans in Washington, D.C. I'd like to serve them with a little bit of wisdom and life experience that God has blessed me with. And I know there's other speakers greater than me, other communicators that are greater than me. But until we find others who want to bring the ideas of this to Washington, D.C., I'm ready. And I'm looking for some support. If you're also on a path and you feel like you got something, you figured it out, you don't know the steps, or you're trying to figure out, what is this something within me? I've got a calling in me. I'm completely dissatisfied with where I am. If that's you, and you want to take you and me seriously, don't waste our time together, feel free to reach out. There's no charge for consult or brainstorming, for sure. And of course, you can always click the link, right? Nothing wrong with that. I do that, yeah. Should be pinned to the top. But I am feeling chill and relaxed, and I do not mind hopping off early. I've got ideas for a meal, perhaps, and some social time that's available. And that's always interesting. What were the other ideas I had? I wanted to share them. Make sure I got them. No brainer. Hello. If you allow life to be a mystery, it allows God to become more clear. Try it. Try to find more mystery in life, and maybe you can find a greater picture of why you are where you are. Or maybe even why you heard the words you heard from me. Because I truly am. I'm hoping to be a blessing. Excuse me. I feel this joy, and my life allows me the time and opportunity where I just get overwhelmed with this ecstatic friggin' bliss. And sometimes it's not always there, but when I start with that intention, I'm often rewarded with that result. This ecstatic bliss and pleasure. It just takes over my body, and I escape into another realm, so to say. But I don't. I mean, I'm still here, I think. It's hard to know what is real. That's a question I've been asking a long time since I've been on this YouTube streets, as they say. Is this real? Is this real life today? Because I feel like this is my real life while I play a character online and I talk slow so the prideful can't understand. Only the patient and those who care to know. They can understand anything I'm saying. But if they're willing to take it seriously or not, that's still an individual choice. And I think I have a theory that all individual choices somehow perfectly tied into, well, it's all perfectly into cause and effect. Every choice is a result of an effect, an observation, an encounter, an encountering, right? So every choice and idea is a result of karma. There's greater powers that give us all knowledge. All knowledge can be used for good or evil. In my future world of what is possible, it'll be evil to keep knowledge away from people, especially if it's relevant to those people's survival. And to teach people doubt and worry about God, that seems pretty evil to me. To teach people to be afraid of God, that seems pretty evil to me. To teach people to believe in any limited ideas of God or themselves seems kind of evil to me. Because from what I've learned, man, the only thing I know is, I don't even know why I brought this up. Would I be interested in helping move a few dozen refrigerators for families in need? No, I would not be interested in doing that. I know the value of my time. Now, should it fall on my shoulders, I'd get the job done. But your foolish questions, why do I even entertain the foolishness? I truly don't understand sometimes. Bread and circus. We do live. The Romans used the bread and circus. Give them just enough bread to sustain themselves. They'll continue on, and give them a circus. Keep them entertained. Or give them a break from their work schedules, right? Sound familiar? NFL, basketball, whatever these things are, the letters and stuff. I gave up caring a long time ago. Holy shit, it feels good not to care about irrelevant things. It feels good not to care about irrelevant things. Ask yourself, what is irrelevant to me? What is relevant to me? Do you know? Do you have clarity on what is relevant or irrelevant to you? Do you even know what that means? I don't know how to explain it. I'm tired. Feeling like maybe I should wrap her up because I'm feeling good. Feeling good about feeling good. I do allow my life to be a mystery. And in doing so, it expanded my mind. It made space for my mind to grow by allowing myself to realize I don't know as much as I thought I know. And many of the choices of the past that I thought were smart turned out to be kind of foolish in hindsight. I still do foolish things on occasion. I see myself, but I don't hide anything about myself. I don't deny my flaws. I also don't focus on my flaws. I forgive myself when I screw up, just like I forgive others when they screw up. I learn lessons, though. Seems I might be a little more unique than others in some ways, but allowing life to be a mystery, it allows God to become more clear. And something I realized that I think I touched on yesterday, the truth. People truly do more when they feel appreciated. When someone feels appreciated, they will give and give and give. And if they don't appreciate you. Well, I guess you get what you get. Speaking of, what perfect timing. Welcome, come back, Jack. Little
I didn't
Tommy.
expect it. That's from
Pardon?
whenever I was over at the Landry's. You
Was
left
that it?
just as I was coming out.
Here, sorry, I'm turning you up just a little bit. I couldn't hear what you were saying very well.
You didn't watch the Landry show after you left?
No. What Landry show? Today?
The one you No, the one you stormed out of and then he brought me up?
Oh. Oh, did you go? No, I didn't watch that at all. I said I had other commitments. And then I didn't go
You
back. I don't care.
should.
Why?
Well, you should care because finally we're breaching some kind of precipice where we can't just go back to the loop. Like, you're. Just first, let me point out I came up here at 33 in the chat and you were talking about something that made it fitting. Uh, Jack, I've told you, I've had streams where I told you we could find the thing for you to do. I've told you what you're good at and the positive things about you. And it's about time you be a big boy and realize that you're not doing a thing with this talk to higher ups and a thing that's a result and not an action, really. It's like things go to war. War is not for war's sake. And you just can't, Jack. This doesn't have sustainability.
War has no sustainability. Correct.
Actually, it does. I mean, as bad as it is in the beast system, it is the economic stabilization that also keeps our populations down, but not all of it's because of that. They just know how to economy off of natural war. And
The
this idea
economy.
that the people. What?
Well, I think you may. I have a reverse view of what you said. You said, if I heard you right, you said the war balances the economy, and I suggest that
No,
the economy.
war is a major part of the economy.
Right. The economy drives war. It's in,
No, the
yes.
war drives the economy. If we didn't have war, the economy would something, but you're going to default to the main thing. Like if you sell napkins and pot, you're going to main the pot. And then if the pot goes away, you'll still sell napkins. Don't share chats, Jack. Especially not from irrelevant Muslims.
Well, he's pointing out.
There's nothing he needs to point out because he's just like you, Jack. He's avoided all the good things pointed out about him that he's never had to come accountable for.
Tom, what if that's you?
It's
You.
not. I am the
Are
fucking
you
face of
sure?
accountability out here.
Nope, not accurate.
Then what have I done or said I haven't been accountable for?
The things you've said.
What?
I don't know. I don't keep track of you.
I know because I'm not out here saying I want to hang out with billionaires instead of my homeless bum ass friends. And you and your daddy both have the same thing in common with his boyfriend that I went to you and I told you exactly what I'm doing, and that ain't good enough. You got to sell a false narrative that I'm broken homeless.
Wait, no, I don't sell the narrative you're broken homeless. I don't know
You said you're sick of these homeless guys and you want to meet billionaires. You've said worse than that. You said more than that. You haven't been accountable.
Tom.
I've always been accountable all my fucking life. You think I'm acting? You think this is a game?
No, I think it's become.
Jack, you have done nothing but keep legal secrets, enable liars, and, in your opinion, perpetuate war.
Can we pause? Let's take a breath.
Is Paul enslaved a liar?
Yeah.
Okay, the first time we enacted, or I thought we were enacting the plan, you said, Tom, this isn't just going to be a place where people can come attack Paul, and instead you made it another place he can freely attack people. So you enable liars. Who was your co-host? King Steven? King Steven, another character that's a liar. You enabled him.
Self-claimed. Yes, he was a self-claimed co-host.
Whether he's wrong, stupid, or just black, is Hank a liar?
I don't believe he's a
Doesn't
liar.
matter. He's always wrong, and you
No,
enable
he's
him.
not a liar. He's
Yeah,
not
he's a
always,
liar, and he's wrong.
he is not always wrong. He's not always clear.
Okay, but he's a liar. Because, I mean,
I
we
haven't
straightened
seen
him out on my old channel. That never happened.
Okay.
And Jack, on my old channel, we also said no more that's you. You know what you say in place of that's you? You say the thing that makes them that.
Okay. Fair enough.
Jack, on another note, because I know you're not going to say anything to anything, and shout to Landry for figuring out sooner than most you're not really doing a thing.
Oh, really?
Shout to Rose and the others that didn't say anything when I was like, okay, what are we backing Jack on? What is it? What does he do? And that was your support group.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Have you ever said you are employed by the intelligence agency of the United States of American military?
No.
All right.
I've said I was
There's a troubled
stationed.
young man out here. He thinks a lot of things about you, and he claims he's going to bring me receipts and all that, and I'm awaiting that if it happens.
Yeah,
I don't remember you ever saying you worked for the intelligence agency of the United States military.
I was stationed in an Army military intelligence unit when I went to Korea. That part is accurate.
Korea?
I also had, if I don't remember the level, but I believe it was a top secret clearance in the.
Yeah. My friend's mom had that to go refurbish documents.
Right, and that's what I was a courier. I acted as a courier, and so I had.
See, your legal secrets and your detail vagueness has Brown's boy thinking you're some master agent, and I go, ha ha ha, Jack agent.
Nope. I assure you, I am not.
Oh, I assured him.
That.
I assured him.
I know.
I
trust you.
In,
Tom, I trust you in many things, but I also know the patterns of my experience. People,
yeah, I'm not sure your experience is reality.
With me. No.
With both you and Paul, I can't guarantee you your insurance is reality. Your experience is reality.
Oh, I'm real.
Well, I know you're real. What you perceive may not be reality.
That's you. You may not actually perceive.
See, you violated it already. I have no one. Here's the thing we can think about, Jack, and I hate that you made me do this. It's like you're making me resort to videos and pictures on flat earthers when I try not to have to resort to that. Jack, nobody out here but you and your daddy, and maybe Flow State, challenges my perception of reality, my intelligence, yada yada yada. Everybody, including those two other guys, challenge yours.
They challenge my what? I'm sorry, Tom.
Your I know you should listen instead of following the chat that you used to say you don't follow. The people against me still will admit, yes, Jack is kind of batshit. He's pretty.
Yeah.
Not is this real?
I know.
You guys. So if those people also agree, I'm not saying that the status quo is correct, but I'm saying you're the only one trying to tell me I'm crazy, and everybody's trying to tell you you're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is there not a default? If we can't agree on any other points, is there not a default to go to here?
Well, can we agree that we live in a world of crazy people?
No, that's gaslighting. There's lots of intelligent, smart, rational.
Yes, there are. Yes, there are. But we can't deny there's a lot of crazy people out there.
Projection.
And crazy people will tell you you're crazy, Tom.
That's all you do is tell me I'm crazy.
I don't, please, that's not the language I've said. I've said...
See, you set yourself up, dude. You're talking to the lore master. You're talking to the lore master, Jack. Whenever Axis's wife drops Chev off, I'll pull that shit right up.
No, fine. Okay, maybe I said crazy. I usually say delusional. I say delusional.
That's you. And when you're delusional, you say things like, you're a Christian, but F that book. They worship that book, except for when you want to use that book.
Hey, you know what? I
You about to
trust.
wrap up?
Don't judge me, Jack. You've called him crazy many times. If that's
Well,
true,
don't share her
Tommy,
chats.
Tommy, I know you're not crazy. I know
How does
I'm
that
not
help?
crazy.
That woman is stupid, Jack. Why would you use her to back you? Or me? Jack, I don't need chats. I don't need chats from the chat. I don't need chats with Jack.
I
Jack,
know.
I will
You
stand
don't
with
need
you
anything.
in the open, toe to toe, not the private, because I have no way to contact you. I wouldn't if I did. And I will hit you with truth.
How are we going to talk then?
Like this right now. You start your problems in the public, you can end them in the public.
All right. I didn't really start problems with you, but I'm
Yeah,
trying to
you
end
did.
them. I am trying to
You
end them.
started them and then you kept perpetuating them, and I don't want to have to make that long ass miniseries.
I swear that's you, man.
I'm learning how not to retaliate and just finish people in the now.
I've noticed that. And actually, Tommy, thank you. I want to encourage you. You're
No,
doing.
you thank me for many things you're still not accountable for. We're not going to do this loop. And whenever I'm done with you and you actually stop this nonsense, then I'm going to wreck your daddy.
All right.
Whether he has a back and forth or not.
All right. I'd look forward to it. Dude, I love your work. I really do. I'm a
Shut
fan of.
up. That's a loop and it's a lie. You don't watch my stuff because you show no awareness
That's
of it.
bullshit. I do.
You didn't even finish Landry's stuff when I went
I
up.
don't
And I
watch
even
you.
voluntarily left when I saw I was being too much for Landry because he just kept giving me stuff I could roll on. I left him up there with the freak. That wasn't very nice of me. I don't know who knows what he could have gotten into with just a freak. But he survived.
Well,
And I
Landry,
told him we're not going to hold his hands with Paul, but he has to know he's much higher level than you, and he knows where the thing with you is now. And I didn't give him any I told you so's. Jack, there's too many I told you so's for you.
dude. Oh my
Jack, why
God.
does Landry believe you are financially sound?
Because today I am. God has blessed me, my brother.
Oh, well, then you've either kept a legal secret about that or you've led us to believe you're not financially sound.
No.
Jack, there's various clips of you
Hey,
saying, I'm not out of money,
right.
I'm rock bottom.
Tom, I have no requirement to share every detail.
You do, because you're the guy that says end all secrets. You stupid bitch. I can't believe you think you'd play that card on me.
Holy cows. You have no understanding.
That's you, because you don't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. I'm showing you your direct contradiction. I ain't even going to make a cereal commercial about it.
Old Joe, if you're available, I think you and Tommy communicate decently.
Joe, I am positive this guy is nuts or scandalous, scamulant.
But what if I'm not? What if you're wrong?
I've already shown that you are because you're not happy to explain these things.
Okay, what if you found ways to prove you right, and to a small degree you're correct, okay? So now
that's some bullshit. No, and to a very large degree, I've been rocking the villains of this panelverse consistently.
Tom,
and when Frank Monday thinks that you and Lao Tzu are the same thing, that dude needs to stay in communist China. He's getting a bread line and sit down. Dude, never stand up again.
Have you traveled outside the U.S. by chance?
Why would I? Those people are in shithole countries, and they want me to poke myself with a thing to go outside of countries. And sometimes, if I fuck the wrong person to get back in, they'll poke my urethra with the thing.
Well, besides the getting poked part, that's the answer you gave is exactly why you should go visit.
Jack, fuck your deflection.
No, well,
I can see for miles and miles. I have the fucking internet, Jack. I've been outside. I live outside. I think I've got other countries covered.
Well,
I've had all the culture I need, and now My pleasure is truth and wrecking those who
No.
don't truth
What
and
if
try and
you've
say they
only
truth.
what if you've only found the culture you've found? You don't know what you
What
haven't
if
found yet.
what if you're crazier than I think you are? And what if your what if question is a deflection because you know you're not being accountable and you're trying to, yeah, you propose, you present like you're a grown ass man. You're not being a grown ass man. You're not being accountable. It
I'm
only hurts worse the longer you delay this. And Paul Enslaved, it's going to hurt real bad. He still thinks he's famous, Jack.
I know.
You still think he'll make you famous.
Well, here, let's come back to your disagreement. There's a witness.
Anton
I
Daniels, 500K subs and rising. Not really famous.
I know. Yeah, I agree. I do actually promote you. See, a testimony. He does,
Don't
Tommy.
promote.
When
See,
I
this is how new Trixie is. And
when I
Trixie was
thought,
a victim of your legal secrets. You were
look,
technically lying to her
no,
when she was asking you, why doesn't he answer me? And you didn't simply say, I have him muted. No, you let that ride.
I'm sorry. I didn't. I may have mishandled that in the past.
No,
But
no,
in this
you
comment,
definitely did that on purpose. I do not
maybe.
accept your apology.
All right. In this comment, when I thought you were a complete
I'm
prick,
not reading
she
chess.
she thought you were a prick. I corrected her and sent her links to
No,
your channel.
she thought
Your
you were
channel
a
was
prick. She
your
thought I was a
channel.
prick off of your
Yes.
prompting. The same way
No.
Landry started out saying
Oh
your
my
key phrases.
gosh.
You're a false
Oh my
witness and a liar,
God.
and you keep legal. I don't have a problem with keeping legal secrets.
Holy.
I've already wrecked your logic on that. Jack, there's things that none of us know. There's a treasure buried in, there's $30,000 of jewelry buried in Denver that some old lady buried and died. Nobody knows where it is. It's a secret. You can never reveal that secret without just finding it
Why?
because no one
Don't know
knows.
what
So
you're
it's a
talking
secret.
about. Okay, great. That's God's secret. There's
No,
no
it's her secret and
secret.
she's dead. So you can't reveal all, you can't end all secrets. That buried thing of jewelry is guaranteed war. Indefinite war, because you'll never find that secret. Open that secret.
I don't
Idiot.
know.
Why do you think the ending of secrets would end wars? Because that's not why wars are fighting. It's primarily over energy for the most part. And supplies or resources.
That's the lie they tell. It's
No, you
evil.
fucking buffoon. See, this is why I don't have to be nice to you. When you just try and regurgitate some shit that you heard from some
Tom,
nobody saying, you're like, I like the way
Tom,
that sounds, I'll go with that.
Tom,
Because you don't see reality.
I'm gonna have to mute you, please. I don't want
No,
to
you
do
don't.
that.
As a matter of fact, you can't.
I can. Oh, golly jeez. I want so much to find a way to communicate with that man. I am a fan of Illumitommy's. I promote his work. It's unfortunate that his channel was I don't know what's going on. Man, there's so many stories being lived right now. What's your story like? I bet there's some tragic parts. I bet there's some fun parts. I bet there's some unimagined parts. I know there's unrealized parts. Each of us are carrying around these little blind spots, these little closets of denial. And we tell ourselves that it's okay when things really aren't okay, and we don't feel okay, and we feel alone, and we feel lost. And it's okay to feel those things. It's not okay to stay there. It's not okay to get up every day angry and ready to fight. Also not okay to get up and force yourself through the day, throw some chemical coffee down your throat or some high chemical energy drinks, get the buzz going to get through the day because I got to earn that paycheck, got to hustle, got to work myself to death. That's the old ways, brothers and sisters. If you can understand me, you're a part of something special. You and I, we are here to create history. And it took me a long time to realize that. I used to think small, paycheck to paycheck, worried about debts, bills, licenses, schedules, all these rules, all these regulations. It was overwhelming. I just wanted to be a kid, man. Excuse me. Turned out I am. I'm a 52-year-old kid. Can't believe I made it this long. Never thought it would last this long, and I sure never thought I'd be sitting here in an empty room talking to a screen about God, about love, about the mysteries of life. And yet, here I am. I am Jack Talcott. Some might say the 10th wonder of the world. We never know where the future is going to bring, but I do know that I am playing a part. The I am is playing all parts. How do you feel about the part you're playing in this world today? The whole world has been given to you. The whole world has been given to me, to everybody. So what do you see in the world? See God. See God's beauty, God's goodness, God's glory, God's tapestry. That is what you are. You're the result of time and growth and ancestors and genetics, and all these different variables became you so that you could be a part of this glorious experience of the awakening of mankind. It's time to have a come to Jesus moment. It's time for us to unite together to invite our Father, bring this day of judgment. We are prepared for it. We are righteous in our ways. There's enough of us who are, and we're ready to take over. We're ready to reclaim this world in the name and ways of Jesus, in the name and ways of love, of righteousness, of justice, bringing mankind into line with the natural order of life. It's a glorious part of history to be a part of. We've got a returning guest, one that I'm curious about, one who fascinates me. Welcome back, Axis. How you been?
Oh, Jack,
What's
how you
going
doing,
on?
dude? I was just listening to you and was wondering if you knew the origins of some of the words you were using.
Do you feel there's a relevance to the meaning I shared?
Absolutely. I mean, if you
Yeah.
believe in any type of scripture, then you know that there is only one name that holds power.
So
And,
some claim.
well, that's scripture. I don't claim shit. I
Okay.
mean, I'm the
So
adversary and I'm a conduit.
I know you think you are, but you're not. You're not what you think you are, Axis. I see right through your character, and you put up a tough front. But I've seen you crying out for help. You're just not sure how, and you don't know where to turn. But you want to be right.
Well,
Unfortunately, you're not right when it comes to God. It's clear.
did I ever say that me and God had a good relationship?
I didn't ask.
Oh, you assumed that I was seeking
I know what
God whenever that
I know
is
what
quite
I
the
see.
contrary.
I know. I know. You're a fool. You've rejected God, and therefore you are a fool. And you think it's a fun game to oppose someone like me, but you don't have what you think you have.
Well,
And
good
you
then, Jack. Let's
severely
put that to the
underestimate me.
test.
Feel free.
Now, Talcott, you know that the Christ one never took his disposition and distributed it as though it were a um, poster child for peace.
What's your point?
Vanity is my point there.
What? What?
Ego, pride.
Okay, now you're just randomly sharing words. What's the relevance or
No,
connection?
I'm describing the fact that if you truly recognized the boundaries and the laws of the divine architect, even in my position, I know every verse, chapter, and word. Therefore,
So
I
what?
can't be condemned by measurement,
You're a fool.
especially
Hey,
God's.
Axis. Axis, your sound sucks. Maybe you can try reconnecting or something. I tried doing some adjustments and it does suck. Okay. The
My
crack and
headphones don't fucking properly work because
do you
that's the
think
way
I
that
asked?
we designed it.
Do you think I asked for excuses, Axis? I did not. You can either fix the audio or don't. But I'm not going to sit here and entertain your delightful opposition and your random spouting of words. You want to project, right? You choose to believe what you choose to believe, Axis, and others. Everyone gets to choose what they believe. But if you ignore what I'm saying, well, you do you, boo. I do not care. I love you. I love you anyway. No matter what you say, no matter what you do, I'll find a way to love you. Because that's what I care about most of all.
Is the audio
Hopefully,
better now for you, Jack?
oh, much better. Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
You assume that we're friends? I admire that.
Thank you for seeing the qualities because truly I have no enemies. None whatsoever. I faced my enemies. My enemy was me in the end. Your enemy is you, Axis. You're the only thing that prevents you from finding true love, from knowing true love. But until
I
you
found
become
true
honest,
love.
so you think.
But regardless of the station that you take or the position that you try to become an ambassador to, there is the fundamental fact that some of us were given stations of destiny and we don't contend with it.
God's given the honest to choose the direction of their destiny.
Oh, no. If you go by written scripture, God is a fucking liar.
Hey, Axis, I'm going by experience. You are a fucking liar.
Oh, I never claimed not to be.
Well, this is the problem. This is the big difference between you and I. I chose to honor the truth as though it was more important than anything, because it is. If you can't respect the truth, who can respect you, Axis?
I don't ask anyone to respect me, but I am curiously and profoundly interested in your truth.
I don't know if you're
Maybe
ready for
you
it.
can explain it to me so that I may be enlightened.
You are enlightened, but you have your blind spots, and the blind spots you're allowing yourself to believe in. You're believing in your blind spots and your doubts more than what you know. I'm sure you are well versed, well educated, but God is good,
Says who?
says
All the
experience.
people that he flooded from the face of the earth, the Canaanites who he sought down, killed
Axis,
women, children,
Axis,
adults.
Axis,
How about
Axis,
Egypt?
Axis. I know you're prepared to defend your beliefs, okay? But from experience, following the logic, it is the conclusion that makes the only sense. God is that which is behind the goodness. Good and bad, those are words.
No, in the Torah, he
No.
says, am I not your God? Do I not both create good and evil?
Yes, it's beyond both. God is the good that we seek to be. We seek to be with the good that Jesus showed, because through Jesus, perfected love was demonstrated. That is
So
goodness embodied.
you're
You
denying underlying.
you are in denial, my friend. Okay, I don't have to entertain arguments with fools. And if you don't want to accept the truth that God is the good, God is the good that allows the evil to think it has time and space. See, it's the children of God, the species, human species. We have forgotten what we've never learned. We don't know what we've forgotten. We don't know what we've never learned. Yet we got a society built upon pride, arrogance, domination, fighting for power, fighting over opinions, fighting over memories, fighting over excuses. There's no excuse to fight, not if peace is an option, and peace is always an option except when people choose to fight. So stop fighting, stop engaging in fighting. Men, let's do a better job. Axis, bless you for stopping by. You can do better. You can be better. I know you can. I have more faith in you than you do for yourself. That's been a downfall for me, as I do have faith in people. I see the potential in others. The potential is the divine spark. The divine spark is that unrealized potential that's within a human being that has not been explored or discovered. We were born into a world where darkness is it's proven to be rewarding. Okay? And there are rewards in the darkness, but I tell you what, get out of the darkness to embrace the light. That idea of Plato's cave, for those who are familiar, I'm not going to go into detail, but that thing is true. I have walked into the sunlight and I've been amongst those watching reflections, watching the videos in the mirrors, right? Seeing just things passing by, being entertained by the entertainers. But who's entertaining who and who's winning? What are we doing? What are we accomplishing? Brothers and sisters, I hope you're entertained when you tune in with me, and I do hope you invite others. But more than entertainment, I do hope to bring value. I hope to share some of the lessons I've learned, because truly I feel blessed. I feel so blessed. I have such pleasure and peace in my body, in my being, the way I am as a natural human being. There's all sorts of narratives. There's all sorts of narratives and counter descriptions of Jack. But I invite you, do you, but be true. Be true to that which is true, because the only thing that matters is what is true. If you're living a lie, it's time to change. The only one who can end the lie is you. And to end the lie, you just got to accept who you are. Identifying the self-reflection that is you, the true reflective nature of you is who you are. Embrace your growth, embrace your authenticity. Your true self emerges when the past limitations are overcome. And if you allow the past to be in the past and you be grateful for everything in the past, you'll find a way to make right with those who did wrong, or you'll find a way to make right with those who you wronged. If you want to feel better about life, you've got to find forgiveness. Every addict is dealing with some sort of resentment, some sort of isolation and dark thoughts, and we're all addicted to something. Personally, I found my healthy addictions are massage, right? That pleasure is just indescribable. So self-massage, I use that as my form of yoga to bring my mind out of my head and into my body of being, so that I feel good, I feel present. So I'm addicted to massage and pleasure that way. And then I am truly, truly addicted to God, to learning about God, to learning about other people's life experiences, particularly the life transforming experiences that God delivers to people. People become incredible testimonies. Are you an incredible testimony, or are you just a pattern of complaints? You get to decide. I used to be a pattern of complaints. Today I'm not. Today I am a man set on a mission, and my mission is to change this world. This live without fear, it's no joke. And I want it to be around the world, every language. I want every human around this world to know that we can be free of fear. We can be free of insecurities. We can be free of lack. We can be free of isolation. All we've got to do is join together with love. And there's no way to love with those who are not honest. Those who are not honest can't see the love. They can't see the value in the truth. They won't know the feeling of love. I think I started going on here a little bit. I'm going to wrap it up sincerely. Thank you, Melanie. Yes, new camera angle, new changes are happening, and in the future we'll find out more of who I am, who we are, and what happens next. Till next time, thank you again. Choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. God bless. Peace.